Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good evening and best wishes to all of us. Ladies and gentlemen, before we start this FGD, and in order to avoid any disturbance, I ask you to turn off your microphone during the presentation. And I would like to inform you that this FGD will be recorded. Thank you.
First of all, let's say thanks to God, who has been giving us mercy, happiness, and health. So we can attend and participate in this event without any obstacle. Our honorable speaker and all participants, thank you for joining us today. We appreciate your enthusiasm to participate. My name is Aditya Widodo Prama from Statistics Department, Batch 55, and as you can see this evening, I'm not alone. Here with me is my partner.
Hello, my name is Alia from Statistics Department, Batch 56. We are the moderators of today's FGD. We are very pleased to see you here and welcome all of you to this FGD. Next, I would like to read today's agenda. This FGD is divided into 4 sessions. There are opening, presentation, discussion, and closing. For today's FGD, we are going to discuss about decent work and economic growth.
But before we move to the presentation, may I introduce to you our speakers this evening. Joining us today are amazing people. Our first speaker, he is now an undergraduate student of IPB University from major of Agro-Industrial Engineering.
She is chosen to be IPB University Ambassador, got a first place and favorite winner of infographic competition IPB Mathematics Challenge, and many more achievements.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Husna Fadhilah Amalia. Hi, how are you?
Hello, everybody. Thank you for having me today.
It's so
I'm
good to
good.
have you here. Thank you so much for joining us.
And move to our second speaker. He is now also an undergraduate student of IPB University from major of Agro-Industrial Engineering. He is an outstanding student from Department of Agro-Industrial Technology. Second place of National Economics Debate Competition EDC UWKS, and many more achievements.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Muhamad Rafi Fazan. Hi Kak Rafi, how are you?
I'm good. Thank you for having me today.
It's a pleasure to have you here. Thank you so much for joining us.
Without further ado, I would like to give the time to our speakers for presenting Kak Husna and Kak Rafi. Time shows.
Okay, thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, Gamma Sigma Beta, for this great opportunity. Good night, everybody. I hope you are all in your best condition. It is so nice to meet you all. My name is Husna, and today I'm with my friend Fazan. We are both from Faculty of Agricultural Technology, IPB University, Batch 54. And today we would like to discuss with all of you guys about one of the 17 goals of Sustainable Development Goals, or SDGs, which is goal number 8, decent work and economic growth. Okay. Next. Okay, we can see these are the 17 goals of the SDGs, and we will discuss about number 8. Next. Okay. Maybe Fazan will explain what will we discuss today.
Okay, Husna. So today discussion we will talk a little bit about a background and then current status quo or current situation, and Husna will explain about GDP, and next after that will be me will be explaining about employment topic, and last we have some videos and maybe we will do a little bit discussion.
Okay, next. Okay, first of all, we will discuss about the background what is the urgency of this goal. So over the past 25 years, the number of workers living in extreme poverty has declined dramatically, despite the lasting impact of the 2008 economic crisis and global recession. In developing countries, the middle class now makes up more than 34% of total employment, a number that has almost tripled between 1991 and 2015. However, as the global economy continues to recover, we are seeing slower growth, widening inequalities, and not enough jobs to keep up with the growing labor force. According to the International Labour Organization, more than 204 million people were unemployed in 2015. So the SDGs promote sustained economic growth, higher levels of productivity, and technological innovation. Encouraging entrepreneurship and job creation are key to this, as are effective measures to eradicate forced labor, slavery, and human trafficking. With these targets in mind, the goal is to achieve full and productive employment and decent work for all women and men by 2030. Okay, that's the background.
Okay, and now we already know the background of a decent work and economic growth and in point of view of SDGs, and then we jump into the economic condition in Indonesia. If we see some newsletter or any kind of publication pertaining to the economic development, Indonesia has grown fastly in recent decades. This data actually mm, published in the middle of 2019, and this was an optimistic prediction. But since COVID-19 hit to our country, indeed everything has changed. And in fact, that Indonesian GDP has decreased around 5%, which Una will explain later. And another point related to the income inequality or wealth inequality, or we call it the Gini index or Gini ratio. Then the Gini index or Gini for this example is a Gini ratio, and this Gini ratio is increasing on March 2020, increasing 0.001 from September 2019, and the latest Gini ratio in Indonesia is 0.381. The closer to number one, it means the Gini ratio indicates increasing inequality. And next is the data from World Bank on 2015 show that only 20% of Indonesians, which identified as consumer class, enjoy this economic development. Hopefully, in the near future, all Indonesian people could contribute and benefit from economic development. And the last, we will, I will explain a little bit about another sector we admit is today decreasing agricultural sector and moving its sector to manufacturing sector, which induce high urbanization rate. And this prediction urge the need of sustainable cities and communities in the future. Maybe next.
Okay. First, we're going to discuss about growth rate of real GDP per capita. Okay, this is maybe a little hard topic, but okay, GDP, or in Indonesia, we usually call it as PDB, Product Domestic Bruto, is an indicator to measure the economic condition of a country in a certain period. And GDP is basically the amount of added value generated by all business units in a country in a certain period. Okay, so Bapenas has estimated rate of Indonesia the real GDP per capita growth rate of Indonesia can reach 5.4% in 2030, and to achieve real per capita GDP growth of 5.4% with the assumption of population growth at 0.7%, we need a 6.2% economic growth. Okay. And therefore, a multi-sectoral approach has to be done to achieve the target, improving Indonesia's interconnectivity through building infrastructure, raising the quality of Indonesia's human resources, and reducing Indonesia's economic dependency on raw commodities through diversification are among the key strategies to support Indonesia's structural transformation. Okay, next. Yeah. This is what the government is doing right now. So they make like policy direction and strategies, and they divide it into two period. First one is 2020 till 2024, and the second one is 2025 till 2030. So this is actually the plan before the pandemic happened. So I don't know, maybe they plan have to be changed because this pandemic make a big difference to every aspects in our life, especially economy aspects. But they planned to make like some strategies in 2020 till 2024, which is acceleration of structural transformation through agricultural modernization, reindustrialization, and utilization of new sources of growth. And the second strategies is continuing structural reform policies through increasing economic productivity in an inclusive and sustainable manner. Okay, next.
Yeah. From this data, it is good to hear that we successfully decreasing the unemployment rate to 5.3% in 2017, which from previously is around 6%. Yet we still have an issue related to underemployment and low productivity job. When we talk about underemployment is a situation uh, that occurs when the resources, for example, what we already learned, are not put in their highest value in context of production or even services. Do you guys know that unemployment is strongly linked to social and criminal issue, and it might threaten a social cohesion and security. Social cohesion is very important driver of long-term prosperity and competitiveness. Back to the first premise that we already successful in decreasing the unemployment, then we got a question, which sector contribute to the total unemployment? And the answer is youth unemployment. Unemployment refers to individuals who are employable and actively seeking a job but are not yet unable to find a job. And here we are at 58% data of youth unemployment showed in middle of 2019. And this is the highest in ASEAN. And next is the level of unemployment should be pushed down to its natural rate. This data from National Development Planning Agency that we are optimistic that with this projection in 2030, the unemployment rate will be decreasing to 4.7% only, and will be the same with USA natural rate, which is in the range of 4.5 to 5%. Next. Sorry. Sorry from the could you please? Yeah. Okay. And the policy direction and strategies. So National Development Planning Agency published that some policy direction and strategies that distinguish the policy into two different times at 2020 to 2024 and 2025 to 2030. At the first section, we focus on increasing skilled worker job skill worker job and policy. And at the second section, we focus on increasing productive workers and pursuing sustainability. On 2020 to 2024, the strategies would be creating a job, a high value added job, for example, manufacturing job or chemical production or processing raw materials, etc., and so forth. And the second point, we should increase skills, channeling the education center and training. We have to ensure or make sure everyone could access a higher education. And now we see many programs from our government related to it. And for training, for now, for example, is established by Digital and Kominfo, the IB. And then we talk about when we talk about skills, another skills not only obtained from formal education, but also spending and joining collaboration with industry for a real implementation. I mean, managing institution and doing a collaboration for implementing and learning what we already know or even not really familiar yet to the real world. And also we need a skill mapping for innovation, entrepreneurship, and technology development. And then the third is increasing participant from vulnerable group, for example, poor and disability. And also the National Development Planning Agency mentioned female and youth to be classified and be into this participation. And the last one is developing social securities and scheme for training. The next strategies is on increasing productive workers on 2025 to 2030. What are the difference? After we success attaining the target, we jump into still the same, a little bit same topic, a worthwhile skilled worker for complex and high value added jobs. And then bridging the agriculture sector to manufacturing sector, increasing relevance education and training is more special, for example, in the field of art technician and information technology. For example, in professional academy digital talent, it is a free program. We can choose many kind of fundamental or more specific and professional curriculum. And the last is preserving the environmental sustainability, conserve natural resources, and protect global ecosystem to support health and well-being civilization. Okay. Next.
Okay, yeah, I know that this is a very serious topic, and we will not discuss about this too far, but now we will have a study case, maybe something that we can discuss. So, could you please play the video? Okay.
Halo, siapa yang sering belanja di Shopee dan pengirim paket kalian adalah Mr. Hu? Banyak yang menyangka kalau Mr. Hu adalah penjual dari semua barang yang kalian beli dari luar negeri di platform Shopee. Katanya sih, produk yang mereka jual jauh lebih murah daripada produk-produk yang dijual oleh seller di Indonesia atau disebut juga UMKM. Maka dari itu, mereka dituding telah membunuh UMKM di Indonesia. Pemerintah Indonesia pun akhirnya turun tangan. Pada 18 Februari kemarin, Kementerian Koperasi dan UKM Indonesia memanggil pihak Shopee untuk memberikan klarifikasi. Ingin tahu klarifikasi seperti apa yang diberikan oleh Shopee? Simak selengkapnya di artikel berikut ya.
Okay, maybe the next video.
Bukan Mr. Hu yang bunuh UMKM Indonesia, tapi UMKM Indonesia yang bunuh dirinya sendiri. Kenapa gue bilang itu? Karena banyak orang cuma ngomong kalah perang harga. Padahal perang harga itu di mana pun pasti ada. Yang bisa lo lakuin buat melawan perang harga adalah lu riset market lo maunya apa dan lu kasih lebih, tambah value-nya. Jangan cuma kopas doang. Lu boleh semua bisnis masih kecil, tapi belajar dong gimana cara jadi gede. Jangan sampai udah kecil nggak mau belajar, ya matilah.
Okay, the last one. Okay. This is actually an interesting topic because, yeah, I'm sure that each one of us have been shopped in Shopee, using Shopee, or maybe another marketplace, online marketplace. So it is actually relatable with us. So I want to hear about your opinion about this topic. What should we do to support the UMKM, or in English MSMEs? What can we do to support MSMEs so they can compete with the other market in abroad, in outside of Indonesia? Okay, maybe that's all from me and Rafi Fazan. Fazan, do you have anything to say?
Actually, not yet. Let's see our audience about what is their perspective about this video. Maybe yeah, there's all the presentation from us. Let's do some discussion.
Okay, thank you.
Wow, such an insightful and interesting presentation. Thank you very much, Kak Husna and Kak Rafi.
Now, after we get even deeper knowledge about decent work and economic growth, we will continue to discussion session. This session is divided to two terms, and for the first term, we open for two opinions.
For the audience, if you have any questions or opinions, please turn on your microphone and camera and mention your name. You can also mix it in bahasa if you want.
Are there any opinion or question?
Okay, actually, I didn't expect that the audience will be this big, like 45 people. That's so good, but we have to make this FGD like more, lebih hidup lagi gitu ya teman-teman. Jadi mungkin can you please turn your camera on?
Malu-malu ini, Kak.
Is it alright if I ask a question or express my opinion?
Okay, Raja, please.
Raja.
Okay. First, let me introduce myself. My name is Raja Ahmad Fikri. I'm from Statistics Batch 56. First, I would like to say that I fully, basically from the video, what I've got is basically that it is true that international sellers will basically, when unregulated by the government, will absolutely destroy our UMKM sector. Well, because sometimes even items imported from China, basically they're mostly cheaper, and basically they have similar qualities to basically what our UMKM actually produces. And this is a major problem, as basically they're importing their items to us, and basically selling it in our market will basically drive our UMKM out of competition. Well, in my opinion, the only solution is basically for the government to basically regulate the imported items from China, especially through tariffs or import quotas. If we actually learn from macroeconomics, basically when government impose tariffs on items that are imported from overseas, what happens is basically that the demand for the items will basically drop, but the supply will actually drop because less items will actually come into the country. Well, what this basically leads to is less items in the country, and what will happen in effect to this is basically our government will get some kind of cash from the tariff. Basically, the tariffs will be treated as tax and will go into our government's what was it called again? Devisa. That's my opinion on this topic. I would like to hear also another point of view from our speakers tonight. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Raja. Now, let's hear the opinions from Husna and Rafi.
Okay, thank you, Raja Fikri. That's a very good opinion. I truly agree with you because, yeah, the seller from China can sell their product to Indonesia in a lower price and a cheaper price because they have like lower production cost and also low shipping cost. And maybe now I don't actually really know about this, but maybe now there are no specific regulation about the tax, so they can sell their products in a big amount, and then they can sell their product in the cheaper amount here in Indonesia. And if the government already make regulation about the tax or the tariff or something like that, maybe maybe the China seller can have to make the price, the selling price a little bit more higher. Yeah, I think that's a very good opinion from Raja Fikri. Thank you. I agree with you.
Okay. I do agree with Raja about a policy that the government should make, whether it is we should strengthen or tighten the policy related to which product we should import import from them, or is it shall we make a prioritization between one product to another? So which one we should import it with some kind of like lower tax or yeah, such like that. So whilst we imported those products, Indonesian SMEs is actually struggling with their condition, and as long as Indonesian SMEs not yet can fulfill the demand, maybe the government could do nothing pertaining to the policy, pertaining to the regulator, the existing regulation. So I do agree with Raja pertaining to the policy we should make. In some point, we also should send to the video. We should increase the added value what we can do, and there are so many programs and so many facilities that we can find. If we want to develop our product or our small business. And for example, in ITB, if you want to be an entrepreneur, there are a lot of programs to be entrepreneur, like business incubator, PKM, and so many programs from ITB that you can get. And if you are not in the formal institution, maybe like coming for good ID, like I have already mentioned before, it's also, if I'm not mistaken, also providing some entrepreneurship program, and that is also valuable for someone who want to develop or need need an insight of how to develop the product, how to develop their business. So these SMEs sometimes also need more capital to their small business, but there is also many programs that the government already provide. Right. So yeah, maybe I want also want to hear another perspective about this.
Okay. Yeah. Beside the role of the government, we also need the role of the UMKM itself. That's right. That they have to make some added value into their products, and I think UMKM or MSMEs can do something so that they can survive in this competition. For example, maybe they can giving their products more added value, and then have something that can make buyers want to buy their products. And MSMEs can also provide super service such as free shipping or one-day delivery service, or they can use any unique packaging, so they have some added value compared to the one that is sold by Chinese sellers and so on. And last thing, maybe the MSMEs can do more branding, such as maybe branding on social media, because yeah, branding is very important for sellers, for marketing, and so they can reach more consumers. Maybe that's my opinion about what should MSMEs can do to compete with the other sellers overseas. Thank you. Maybe anybody has another perspective?
Okay,
Anyone?
thank you.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, Kak Husna or Kak Rafi. Raja, are you satisfied with the answer, or do you have other opinions?
Yes, I'm very satisfied with the answer, and I fully agree with them too. Thank you for your answers, Kak.
Move to the next question or opinion. Anyone else want to ask questions or opinions about? We still have slot for one question in this term or opinion.
Hello.
Halo, Monica.
Okay. Hello. My name is Monica Ristana Limbong. You can call me. I'm sorry I can't open my camera for this time because my signal is not good. Okay. We all know that Indonesian children are not equipped with proper and correct financial literacy from an early age. Of course, it has a huge impact on Indonesian economy. What do you think about early marriage in Indonesia, which causes a lot of unemployment and creates poverty? Thank you.
Okay, Kak Husna and Kak Rafi, please. Time is.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Monica, for the question. So we are talking about early marriage, which leads to the end of poverty, right? So actually, some several area in Indonesia, there are still a lot of um, problem about this one example. And actually, if they are already married, so it's still if there is some willing to do something, the government still provide as long as they are Indonesian. For example, like the training from the government, like professional academy, it is not limited to for who for whom who are not on study in formal education, but as long as they are having a identity card of Indonesia or KTP, they can join the program. So as long as you have a willingness to learn and have an ambition to study or and to build a business, a small business, or uh, try to change your condition by something. Actually, Indonesian government has already facilitated it. As long as you are Indonesian and you have, for example, have a KTP or some common or a general requirement from the government. We have has some point to add.
Okay, Monica is talking about early marriage that can lead into poverty, right?
Yes, right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think the most important thing here is they have to get like seminar pranikah in Indonesia. We call it like that, and in that training or maybe like yes, the training is very important for the people to know what they have to prepare before their marriage, so they can prepare everything before they live in a different life like that. So if we talk about marriage, there are a lot of difference before and after marriage, right? So there are some aspects of our life that can be changed because of that. Starts from financial, and then maybe education, maybe like a daily life, or many more. And that is a very important thing that government have to make a regulation, the batas umur, the requirements, minimum age for marriage. I think like that. Do you have another perspective or opinion, Fazan?
For from the previously, Monica also said literasi keuangan atau digital literasi ya tadi.
Iya, betul.
Okay. So actually, for now, not now, like in the previous years, like 3 years ago, or I'm so sorry, I forgot about when it was already established. So if you already know Dika, Dika Inklusi Keuangan Indonesia. So so Indonesia, so yeah, Dika. Yeah, so we can learn many things from that about inklusi keuangan in Indonesia. So and if you batch 56 or 57, 56, 55 maybe, you can also see on Instagram, and maybe if you are interested on it, you can apply for being a Dika. I'm not I'm not part of Dika, but this program reminds me about literasi keuangan. So maybe if you are especially millennials or Gen Z who are familiar with social media, we have to make sure that we already optimize what we already have used in our daily life. For example, like Instagram or TikTok, or maybe that also can be used as a digital literacy. And there are so many resources for it. So again, be careful, and you can choose or filter which one is more credible, which one is yeah, a little bit blurry. So again, talking about literacy, we can use many kind of resources like social media or yeah, another kind of social media. So we can learn something fun, and also we can also have more insight from it.
Okay. Monica, you should apply for that one, I think.
Okay, thank you, Kak Husna and Kak Rafi, for the answer. Monica, are you satisfied with the answer, or do you have other opinions?
Okay, you are so good guys, thank you. But aku bisa bahasa Indonesia lah ya. Sorry guys, aku nggak terlalu bisa bahasa Inggris. Tadi ada saran itu kayak bikin apa namanya seminar pranika dan lain-lainnya belajar. Nah, as we know, Indonesian people sangatlah malas gitu. And if you a government, what will you do? Thank you.
Okay, so maybe it's not in the form of a long seminar. We can also put the point of seminar into some, for example, short commercial. Like, for example, they are who mager-mageran who usually watch some YouTube videos or watching TVs. So maybe the government can make social commercial or only like showing the point with, for example, in the form of a short movie commercial, which is which can be disisipkan to YouTube or TV, for example, and for example, our government make this point in the form of a short video commercial, which is touching, uh, jadi kayak yang menyentuh ke ke warga Indonesianya gitu, kayak yang menyentuh ke keluarganya gitu. Jadi I do believe there are many creative ways to make an interesting commercial. So maybe this seminar not only uh, a real seminar, but also for those who are mager, we can still embed this point into some TV commercial or any kind of commercial. Maybe.
Okay, that's a great idea, Fazan. I think we can also menyisipkan that thing into our education maybe. So we have like in our school right now, in high school right now, or elementary school, they have like matematika, bahasa Indonesia, and then other basic mata pelajaran. But we can also menyisipkan one extra mata pelajaran. What is mata pelajaran in English? I forgot. And we can with this mata pelajaran, maybe we can do like the title is like persiapan untuk menjadi orang dewasa seperti itu, because we have to prepare like a lot of things, right? Not only marriage, like maybe personal financial, and maybe how to what should we do after graduate in that school, maybe, or anything like that. So maybe just like in a week we can do like that. We can do like just a half an hour, or it should have not to be that long. It is enough to take like a half hour or an hour to do that mata pelajaran. So the students will get like pendidikan sejak dini to increase their awareness for such a thing. That's from me.
Yeah, I do agree with Husna about musickan this into our subject, but maybe not in elementary school. Maybe we can musickan this topic into, for example, bimbingan counseling subject, and not
Oh yeah,
in
that's good.
yeah,
Okay.
bimbingan counseling subject. For if it is a little bit difficult to make one subject from it, maybe we can just add this point, this main point, predominant point into maybe one or two chapter from the uh, existing subject in Indonesian education, and maybe not in the elementary school, or in, for example, maybe senior high school, or maybe if if we still want this idea implemented in any pendidikan sejak dini, for example, like elementary school, maybe we can simplify the language, the explanation, and also the topic, and then we can learn for the higher level in the next jenjang pendidikan, for example, like senior high school, and the higher explanation in senior high school. I do agree with this now.
That's great, Fazan.
Okay, thank you very much, Kak Husna and Kak Rafi, for the amazing perspective and opinions. Now, Monica, do you have other opinion? Okay, your opinion is so good, guys. Thank you. I think that's good answer, and I feel satisfied. Thank you. Okay, thank you, Monica. Now, because we still have time, we open the second termin for one opinion. Anyone else want to share your opinion or perspective about the SDG?
Yang mau nanya pakai bahasa Indonesia juga nggak apa-apa. Jangan malu-malu. Di sini kita buka aja buat diskusi.
So maybe back to the topic about the video that we have watched together. Mungkin di sini ada nggak yang pernah gitu belanja di Shopee? Nggak apa-apa ya nyebut merek marketplace-nya. Ada nggak yang pernah belanja di Shopee, terus tulisannya luar negeri, kayak penjualnya itu luar negeri, terus pas paketnya nyampe, pengirimnya tuh atas nama Mr. Who. Ada nggak yang pernah dapet paket dari Mr. Who? Ada nih, kata Ayu Hidayati. Coba mungkin sharing-sharing dulu.
Beli
Ayu
apa
bisa,
gitu ya?
beli apa sih gitu, terus kenapa milihnya Mr. Who gitu. Karena kan biasanya ada nih, to be honest aku juga pernah belanja, terus tulisannya luar negeri gitu, tapi aku kayak nggak ngeh gitu kalau itu tuh Mr. Who gitu kan. Terus waktu nyampe, when the packet is already arrived at my home, terus aku ambil, terus aku ngelihat bacaannya tuh ternyata dari Mr. Who gitu kan. Terus aku keinget, wah ini kan lagi viral di internet gitu kan tentang Mr. Who ini. Terus langsung aku cari-cari tahu ini siapa sih sebenarnya gitu-gitu. Terus wah ternyata dia ini, Mr. Hu ini adalah seorang presiden dari perusahaan besar di Cina. Jadi dia ini adalah sebagai jembatan yang menghubungkan antara seller-seller Shopee di Cina dengan Indonesia gitu, si pembeli di Indonesia gitu. Kenapa bisa harga barang dari Cina itu lebih murah? Itu karena mereka langsung gitu dari pabrik langsung dikirim ke customer ke kita gitu di Indonesia, nggak lewat distributors gitu, nggak lewat banyak orang. Kan misalnya yang bikin harga naik itu karena lewat distributor ya, banyak distributor. Misalkan dari pabrik ini ngasih barang-barangnya ke distributor A ngasih lagi barang-barangnya ke distributor B baru nyampe ke kita, ke customer. Nah itu dari tiap jenjang dari si pabrik ke distributor A, terus distributor A ke distributor B itu harganya selalu meningkat gitu kan, karena distributor pasti membutuhkan uang, dia pengen uang gitu kan. Nah makanya kenapa di Cina ini bisa sangat murah itu karena mereka emang mass production. Pertama itu mass production, jadi benar-benar mereka melakukan produksi secara besar-besaran dan menjualnya langsung secara eceran, bukan grosir gitu. Kok ongkirnya murah juga ya kak? Ongkirnya juga murah karena emang benar-benar langsung dikirim bareng-bareng gitu loh, jadi yang beli kan ramai. Jadi kayak mungkin patungan kali ya sebenarnya kita tuh. Kayak aku beli nih sesuatu, kamu juga beli nih, Ayu beli, Fazan juga beli, Aditya juga beli. Terus kita kayak seakan-akan gitu patungan gitu kan. Soalnya kan sebenarnya ongkir dari Cina ke Indonesia tuh mahal ya, kan harus pakai kapal atau pesawat atau kendaraan besar lainnya gitu. Tapi karena kita belinya banyak, masyarakat Indonesia pada beli semua gitu, makanya dana ongkir ini bisa tertutupi gitu. Nah,
produk
mungkin
apa yang waktu itu Una beli?
kepo banget, ada deh. Iya sih, yaudah nggak apa-apa, sharing-sharing aja. Jadi waktu itu aku beli produk strap masker, tau gak yang viral yang lagi tren, masker gantungan masker gitu kan sekarang.
Iya.
Tau kan yang buat gitu, yang buat ngegantung masker di leher. Nah itu kan lagi banyak orang pakai kayak gitu. Terus aku nge-search tuh di Shopee strap masker gitu. Terus ada banyak nih pilihannya. Nah terus ada emang beberapa yang lokal, ada beberapa juga yang Cina gitu kan, dari luar negeri. Nah tapi aku tuh sebenarnya sadar nih, wah harusnya aku beli yang lokal dong, mencintai produk lokal dong gitu kan. Tapi ternyata yang Cina lebih menarik guys. Yang dari luar negeri ini kayak bentuknya lebih bagus, terus lebih menarik gitu. Jadi ya udah aku beli aja, meskipun nunggunya agak-agak lama ya kalau misalkan beli produk dari luar negeri gitu, kayak lebih dari seminggu gitu kan. Tapi barangnya memuaskan gitu kadang-kadang. Makanya sebenarnya apa sih nih, mungkin teman-teman ada yang punya ide nggak? Sebenarnya apa sih yang bisa dilakukan oleh UMKM atau mungkin kita gitu kan, nggak usah jauh-jauh ke pemerintah dulu deh, kita dulu nih. Gimana caranya, ada yang punya opini atau pendapat nggak, gimana caranya supaya kita nih nggak tergoda dengan membeli produk-produk dari sana gitu. Gimana caranya kita supaya bisa mencintai produk lokal, gimana caranya supaya kita bisa mendukung, ikut turut serta untuk mendukung UMKM yang secara tidak langsung juga mendukung perekonomian Indonesia gitu. Maybe you guys have an opinion about that. Karena emang ini juga my problem also actually. Atau mungkin kita harus pindah ke Tokopedia. Jadi promosi. Ayu Hidayati, coba gimana, you have an opinion?
Mungkin kan di Shopee ada filternya kayak daerahnya, kita mau daerah mana. Nah, jangan yang dari luar negeri. Pokoknya yang di luar negeri jangan diaktifin gitu biar kita nggak kepincut sama produk luar negeri. Terus apa ya?
Ya
Kayak
boleh.
nggak tahu sih Kak. Soalnya pernah juga yang beli dari Cina. Karena apa kemarin? Karena yang kayak Cina itu sering kasih diskon yang cuma 99, terus 200 perak. Nah, jadi kayak mau coba-coba kan. Mungkin
benar.
bisa produk Indonesia tuh bikin apa ya, coba-coba kayak gitu, misalkan jual harganya 9 perak gitu, siapa tahu nanti banyak yang beli.
Ya, ya, ya. Oke,
Ya,
thank you.
ya gitu aja kali. Di filter.
Sebenarnya kalau eh, ngomongin tentang produk ya, sekarang aku udah mulai makin seneng sama eh, produk Indonesia yang sekarang tuh ternyata banyak juga yang keren-keren atau aku yang baru tahu ya gara-gara ada online marketplace kan. Kalau dulu kan eh, kurang kelihatan gitu ya produk-produknya. Kalau sekarang tuh kayak sepatu, sepatu biasanya kan banyak tuh impor ya, apalagi di online marketplace kayak yang 100 ribuan. Tapi ternyata Indonesia juga punya. Eh, ini bukan apa ya? Ini bukan kind of advertising or commercial. Jadi ada mereknya masalah aero aero something, aero apa gitu. Nah itu juga ternyata itu juga bagus, nggak kalah bagusnya, dan pengirimannya juga cepat. Jadi sebenarnya mereka itu banyak produknya, cuman yang berdiri itu belum sebanyak itu. Jadi sebenarnya kita kadang nggak sengaja bahkan nemunya, oh ini produk lokal ya, oh bagus juga ya produk lokal gitu. Emang jadi kadang beberapa produk itu kita nggak tahu, padahal udah ada di sana. Terus contoh lainnya kayak baju yang di Bandung itu banyak banget baju-baju yang ternyata di sana tuh eh, emang banyak yang make di sana dan belum kita itu nggak seheboh itu. Contohnya baju yang mereknya depannya A, belakangnya L. Nah itu tuh di pas waktu itu ke Bandung ke rumah saudara gitu kan, dan mereka itu kayak happening banget kayak baju ini gitu. Ini baju apa gitu, lokal impor. Oh ini baju lokal gitu. Oh iya, oh bagus juga ya. Iya emang bagus gitu. Jujur aku bukannya gimana-gimana, tapi aku emang jarang beli-belian. Jadi kalau misalnya lihat yang itu kayak, oh bagus juga ya. Oh ternyata ternyata lokal ya. Jadi kayak wah, lokal ternyata emang banyak sebenarnya yang keren-keren. Cuman beberapa mungkin emang belum naik ke atas itu. Jadi kadang memang agak sulit ditemuinnya atau memang lagi dalam proses untuk ke sana. Gitu. Jadi memang kita juga harus lihat-lihat lagi, mungkin bisa sambil iseng kan, namanya kalau belanja kan nggak buru-buru ya, kecuali emang kebutuhan yang mendasar atau mendesak. Kalau misalnya belanja yang ke perlengkapan biasa mungkin bisa scroll lebih 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 asik lagi lah, mungkin lebih menikmati ya dengan lihat banyak etalase gitu, etalase produk lokal, mungkin kayak gitu sih.
Oke. Sebenarnya dengan adanya FGD ini, aku berharap kayak teman-teman yang dulunya mungkin kalau belanja nggak terlalu mementingkan produk ini lokal atau import, sekarang jadi lebih aware sama hal-hal kayak gitu. Kayak misalkan mau jajan aja atau misalkan mau belanja di Shopee atau dimanapun itu, jadi yang dulunya nggak mikirin asalnya dari mana, sekarang jadi mikirin gitu kan. Oh, dulu cuma mikirin harga doang, misalkan pengen beli ini nih, barang ini, pertimbangannya yang harga ini atau harga ini ya gitu. Sekarang nggak cuma itu doang yang dipertimbangkan dalam memilih barang, tapi juga siapa sih ini, diproduksinya di mana, atau enggak ini produk lokal atau produk impor gitu. Semoga teman-teman mungkin bisa mengarah ke sana gitu ya setelah LGD ini. Begitupun dengan aku gitu. Dan cerita aja sedikit ya mungkin, karena sekarang ini aku posisi lagi di Korea Selatan, lagi ikut pertukaran pelajar selama 1 semester, dan di sini aku tuh ngelihat orang-orang seperti sangat mencintai produk dari negara mereka sendiri gitu. Seperti contohnya kalau misalkan di Indonesia mungkin HP ya, merek HP kan sebenarnya ada nih beberapa produk HP dari Indonesia yang lokal gitu. Cuman mungkin karena emang fiturnya belum maksimal atau mungkin belum terlalu canggih lah gitu kan, jadinya kalah sama yang HP-HP kayak iPhone, gak apa-apa ya sebut merek, gak apa-apa ya, iPhone sama Samsung gitu. Nah kalau misalkan di Korea ini aku lihat banyak banget orang masih kayak pakai Samsung gitu kan, karena emang itu dari negara mereka gitu. Terus mereka juga nggak make WhatsApp nih, mereka makainya Kakao Talk gitu, yang juga dari negara mereka sendiri gitu. Terus mereka nggak make Google gitu, tapi makainya Never. Itu jadi kayak wah keren banget gitu. Terus mereka juga nggak make Shopee gitu kan. Shopee soalnya dari Cina, mereka makainya Kopang yang itu dari negara mereka sendiri juga gitu. Jadi benar-benar seperti negara yang mandiri, negara yang maju, yang negara yang emang bisa memenuhi kebutuhan masyarakatnya sendiri gitu, nggak bergantung sama negara lain gitu. Semoga aja kedepannya dengan adanya orang-orang yang pindah Bukalapak boleh jadi promosi, nggak apa-apa, promosiin aja terus ini produk lokal kita. Jadi harapannya dari orang-orang yang dimulai dari diri kita sendirilah gitu, dari diri kita sendiri yang peduli sama produk-produk lokal yang nantinya bisa mendukung perekonomian negara gitu, karena sekecil apapun hal yang kita lakukan gitu, misalkan kalau misalkan gua beli produk lokal kayaknya nggak ngaruh deh, orang cuma gua doang yang beli, orang-orang pada belum sadar gitu, tapi nggak apa-apa kan, emang semua proses dimulai dari diri kita sendiri gitu. Siapa tahu nanti beberapa tahun ke depan, mungkin tadi dari target pemerintah 2030 ya, perekonomian Indonesia bisa lebih maju lagi. Itu emang perekonomian Indonesia bisa lebih maju lagi karena dimulai dari diri kita masing-masing. Harapannya seperti itu. Oke.
Okay, thank you, Kak Husna and Kak Rafi. Because we don't still have time. Hopefully, with the discussion, we can change our view about decent work and economic growth.
Ladies and gentlemen, finally we have come to the end of our discussion. If you have questions we didn't get today, or think of new questions, please contact Husna or Rafi at the address shown on the screen. We'll post a recording of this FGD on GSP YouTube channel in a few days.
I would like to say thank you to Kak Husna and Kak Rafi for answering those questions and opinion, and for the great presentation. It was a pleasure to have you with us. And also thank you to the audience for your active participation. Hopefully the discussion will be remarkable and helpful for you all. Don't forget to fill the present link in ipb.link/presency FGD2.
And we get to the last session of this FGD, that is closing. Before ending today's FGD, we will have a photo session. For the audience, please turn on your camera and show your best pose. My friend Raja will take a screenshot. Raja, please count from 1 to 3.
Okay. Would everyone please turn on the camera? Okay, on the count of 3, I'll take the picture straight away, okay? I'll wait until most of you have already turned the camera, okay? Okay, on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, once more. Once more, 1, 2, 3. Okay, guys, that's it. Thanks for your time.
Okay, thank you, Raja. Finally, on behalf of the Beta Group staff, I would like to express my appreciation to all the participants for taking time out of your busy lives to attend this FGD.
And also, we would like to apologize for any mistakes and mispronouncing that we did during the event. Thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Please have a wonderful evening, guys. Goodbye. See you then.
Makasih Beta.